Okay, so welcome guys, welcome to this quiet channel because I haven't posted in a while. Since July is going to be plastic free July, I thought I would share to you guys some things about 10 simple ways to participate in the plastic free July. Before I start, I need to put on my glasses. Those. Okay, so plastic free July is basically like a movement to decrease our plastic waste and our plastic usage. And I know that during the COVID-19, going plastic free is kind of hard because everyone's like using disposable everything. But it doesn't have to be hard, you just have to know what you're doing and how to keep it clean and sanitized. I myself, I'm not entirely plastic free. I personally know how expensive like non-plastic products can be. That's why right now I'm going to tell you guys about 10 of the very simplest ways you can participate in the plastic free July, and hopefully you'll continue this 10 things throughout your life. So the first one is to make that tumbler your baby. If you guys know me, you guys know I always bring this beautiful crooked tumbler everywhere I go. If you guys see, this part, like, it's not flat, and then there are dents here in my tumbler. But this, I always bring it with me everywhere. I've had this tumbler since 2018 and it has gone through all the bruises and bumps, and I even forgot this tumbler a few times in public spaces and it's still there. So yeah, I'm really glad to have this, because if you have a tumbler and you fill it from home with water, firstly you will always be hydrated throughout your day. Because how I do it is usually, since it's heavy in my bag, so I would have to drink it so that it isn't as heavy. Secondly is that you save up money. You don't have to buy bottled waters. You have your tumbler with you. So it's always good to have a tumbler, and it's one of the very easiest ways to decrease your plastic waste. Even though I have mugs in my place, but I still always drink from my tumbler because I just like it. And my mug is for my matcha latte. It's empty though. See, it's green. So the second one is to bring your lunchbox for takeaways. In here, I rarely take takeaways. I usually eat at Place or Gojek, which is not a problem really for packaging. But when I was still in Lembongan, when I had my beautiful life there, I would usually bring my own lunchbox wherever I go, like to the office. And I bring my lunchbox because sometimes I like to eat at home or eat in the office. I would usually just go to a place that I really want to eat at and take food as takeaway, and it really decreases my plastic waste. Like, I'm not using any styrofoam containers, I'm using those paper plastic lined containers, and it kind of makes me like finish my food a bit more, because I don't want to like throw away the food when I'm cleaning it. So that's really good. One of the things that I just recently do is I switched from liquid soap to bar soap. I've always known that using bar soaps, it decreases your plastic waste, because liquid soap, you need usually plastic packaging comes with it. I really like using the bar soap, but I know that artisanal soap, it's way more expensive than liquid soap. But if you are able to afford it, then I would suggest using this artisanal soap. Usually it just comes in like a paper packaging, and not those paper packaging, but actual paper packaging that can be recycled or it can be composted. But if you guys don't like using bar soap, I suggest choosing a soap or a brand that is eco-conscious. For me, the brand that is eco-conscious is, one of them is Sensatia Botanicals. So Sensatia Botanicals is a Balinese company based in Karangasem, which is my favorite Balinese regency. and they're just very conscious about their packaging and their ingredients as well. So if you go to their store, if you buy a liquid soap or a face wash, toner, whatever that is, you guys can return it back to the shop and you guys will gain some points. Number 5 is always have a bag with you. So in my current bag, I always have like an extra net bag, which I usually use for groceries and for everything else. And in all of my other bags, like there will always be a tote bag inside. It will always be useful, you know, no matter where you go, no matter what it is for, it will always be useful. If you're like me and this quarantine have made you order a ton of food and drinks online, we're the same, man. I've been ordering a lot of boba milk tea. Guilty. And I've been like buying like some rice bowls and all that stuff, you know. But when I'm ordering stuff, I always write, please don't include any plastic cutleries or straws in my order. Thank you. And I always tell that double to the driver because I'm emphasizing how important it is to me that I don't gain more plastic cutleries and straws when I'm at home. Number 7 is to buy eggs in big packs. I love eggs. That's why when I buy eggs, I buy them in the big carrots, you know, where one carrot has like 20, 30 eggs. Those carrots are made from paper, recycled paper, I think. So it's compostable. But other than that, usually when I buy those big carrots and I'm finished with my eggs and I want to buy another carrot, I usually bring those paper and I give it to the seller so that they can reuse that for their next produce. You know, and they're actually like, they really appreciate it when you bring them back the carrot. It's just thoughtful. But if you guys go to a grocery store and you don't want to buy in big carrots because you don't need that much, so I actually have like this hard plastic egg holder. It's called an egg grid storage, where you can bring that egg grid storage when you go grocery shopping. Just like put it there and then voila, you got your eggs in a non-plastic packaging. Boom. Number 8, I cannot stress this enough that there are alternatives to pads and tampons, you guys. Okay, here's a backstory. So I was out diving in the north of Bali. We were doing like an underwater cleanup, and then I was traumatized that I saw an open pad in the middle, not in the middle, a bit underwater. The blood, of course, it was gone because it just went everywhere. But when I saw that, I couldn't help but think, oh my god, what if that was mine? And the thing is, in pads and in diapers, they have like this gel. I'm not sure what it's for, but it's gross. I'm pretty sure it's not good for the environment, like those gel things. After that, I knew I needed to do the switch, but I finally switched. I bought 5 reusable pads, and when I tried it on, it felt great. My butt felt like a baby's butt. And it was a really great switch from regular pads, because regular pads give you like rashes on your butt. And then like after a few months of using reusable pads, I just got tired of it. And so I bought a menstrual cup. Once I tried it, it wasn't that bad. There was a time where I forgot something was inside of me. But yeah, you guys should switch the regular pad or tampon to reusable pad or a menstrual cup. I cannot stress that more. So use bamboo toothbrush. I have been using a bamboo toothbrush for a while, I think more than a year or so, and it doesn't change the fact that it cleans my teeth. And it's not that pricey. It's like 15,000 in Indonesia. I personally am not sure about the brush, whether it's compostable or not, but I know that the handle is compostable because it's made from bamboo. So the thing is that you just have to like get the brush out of the handle. I think you can use like pliers to take it apart, and then you can compost the handle in your composter. And the last thing that you can start doing is to compost. Compost. I haven't done it personally, but from the time I'm recording this, I think like this week I'm going to buy my own composter that can be put indoor or outdoor. I've made my choice where I'm going to buy it. It's called from Sustaination, which is really cool. And it's only like 250,000, and with that package you actually get like a guide to do some composting for 2 weeks in a like WhatsApp group. So that's really cool. So I'm gonna try that, and I'm probably gonna do another video about my composting journey. I think everyone should try doing composting because firstly it decreases your food waste. From experience, when I segregate my food waste, I put my food waste still in a plastic bag, and so these food waste, they cannot degrade properly. So with having a composter, I can actually ditch the plastic bag and put my food waste in the composter. So that way I'm actually reducing plastic. I don't have any plants right now, so I'm not sure what the compost is used for, but I am thinking of starting to care for plants because I want to make my own like herb garden. That's what I'm planning to do with the compost. So that is it for the 10 simple ways you can participate in the plastic-free July. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to do all of the 10 of them. Just start slowly. Again, easiest thing, bring your own water bottle everywhere you go. Your skin will thank you because you will drink more water. If you guys want like another guide, I'm going to like give you guys a link in the description box. Also, I follow a couple of zero waste lifestyle guide. I'm gonna list 4 here. I have demibumi.id, the zero waste guide, zero waste.id official, Sustaination. But those are like my favorite 4 Instagrams. But yeah, I mean, that's it from me. I hope you guys have a great plastic-free July. Don't be too sad if you don't ace like the whole month. It's not competition about who's the most perfect, but it's about making progress for yourself and knowing how far you've come and knowing how much you change. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks, I think. Not next week, just because. Bye.